Hey y'all, it's me, Stop, Drop, and Roll On. And I'm out here getting ready to go in these streets. My friend's granddaughter is having a pool party today. Actually, it's back to school pool party because school down here starts on Monday. And this little thing got the cutest little idea. Oh, they're called butterfly. Anyway, what she's doing is she's been having pool parties all summer. But this one she's charging admission for. And the admission is that the kids have to bring some school supplies. So I got to stop and get some school supplies. I ain't a kid, but I support this child's effort because she's taking the school supplies to school for kids that don't have school supplies. And I just think that that's just a sweet idea. And I'm going to leave it at that. But I just thought that was the cutest little thing. And I was like, that is so thoughtful. So I got to stop and get some school supplies. And I am a person, I like to read, and I have kind of slowed up on my reading. I had slowed up, and now I'm picking back up again on the reading. And there are some books that people read a long time ago that I didn't read for whatever reason. It might have been because of the age that I was aware of the books, but I didn't feel like they applied to me. I don't know what it is. I just know that there are books that are in the real time, like recently released, that I'll read. And then there are some books that are old standards by some people's thoughts, and those books I'll read too. But the book that I'm reading right now, I have had this book for at least a year, maybe a year and a half. And one thing that I am not a person that barrels through books. I used to do it. And that's the reason why, there I go pointing again. Let me put my hand down. I used to do that, but now I don't do it. I just take my time. And when I'm reading, I want to read with understanding. And I also want to read because, not just because of understanding, but what is the purpose? My thing is, if you're going to read something and you walk away with nothing except for your mind process some words on some pages, it's got to be something that either, if I'm reading for enlightenment or enrichment or, to grow, then I, to me, have to take my time. So this is the book I'm reading. This book is by Charles Stanley. It's called The Wonderful Spirit-Filled Life. This is Charles Stanley on the back. As you know, this is an old book because Charles Stanley, yeah. Anyway, this morning in my reading, and one thing that I do that has helped me to slow down is understanding when I read something, when my mind starts like wandering, it's time for me to stop. Now, when I'm in the Bible, I know when my mind starts wandering because that is a trick of the enemy, and even with this type of stuff too. I have to regroup and go ahead on and just handle my business and just bring it on in. But this morning I was reading, and I'm reading about, the peace of God. This is basically the gist of this particular chapter. And it said, spirit-filled men and women are not isolated from what's going on around them, and they are not without their faults. They experience hurt and disappointment like everybody else. They have their daily bouts with temptation. What sets them apart from the rest of the world is their response. When circumstances wreak havoc with the peace of spirit-filled people, there will be some downtime, but they won't stay down. They focus their attention on the big picture, acknowledge the truth that their peace is from the Lord, and then move on. They don't allow disappointment and sorrow to control them. They don't deny or run from those things, but they don't dwell on them either. They reset their minds on the things above. They know that the mind set on the things of the Spirit is life and peace. That's Romans 8:6. When spirit-filled believers are treated unjustly, they feel the outrage and frustration that accompany such acts. There may even be a period of time in which thoughts of revenge cloud their thinking, but before long, they regain perspective. They refocus on the truth. They remind themselves that all things work together for good, Romans 8:28, and that as believers, they are not to repay evil for evil, 1 Peter 3:9. Again, they don't deny the pain. They just look at it differently. They choose not to become bitter. They forgive and move on. Their recovery time is short. Spirit-filled Christians are not perfect. They still have the flesh to contend with. They can be as unkind and insensitive as anybody else. Again, it's their response that sets them apart. When they realize their sin, they are quick to apologize. Reconciliation is a high priority for them. Believers who are walking in the Spirit do not have a difficult time admitting they are wrong. Their internal security allows them the freedom to be transparent. And then he goes on talking about what he's going to talk about in the next chapter. When I read that this morning, it's not that I didn't know it. It's just, and I'm not making like I'm a know-it-all. What I'm saying is, it just put it right in a nice little neat package as to why people that I know behave the way that they behave. I attempt to govern myself this way as well, because we look at the bigger picture, and I'm not gonna repeat this because he said it perfectly. So I just wanted to share that with y'all because I thought that it was just something that really needed to be verbalized, and kind of give you a little bit more insight into me, especially if you had some type of exchange with me, and it, I responded some type of way and you didn't understand it or whatever. That's it, pretty much, And so I'm reading now, getting ready to answer my question. Today is Saturday, August the 18th. And it says, what is your current state of mind? Number one, I'm lucid, meaning I'm with it. I'm all right. And my mindset is such at this point where I am in a forward movement type thing, where some things that have been bothering me and things that, I had allowed, just things and people allowed to upset me or whatever, I'm over it. And where I'm at right now is just operating in the peace of God, number one. And number two, enjoying, excuse me, I didn't even put my finger on there. I thought the camera was over there. Enjoying the life that I have been given, because I sometimes I can be like a hamster on a wheel, and all I'm doing is just working and working. And when I get through working, when I'm doing work, then I don't have a whole lot left after I get through with that. And so I'm just being honest, So what I'm doing now is rethinking a whole lot of stuff, and just being, like I said, more at peace with myself, more at peace with whatever it is that I've been given in this life, appreciating it more, and just not being so doggone rigid, It's some things that I'm just not gonna play with. Y'all already know that. I've said it more than once. And it's some, relationships that I'm just not going to, I'm not at that point where I'm continuing to cultivate them. And the things that I enjoy, I'm embracing those things, especially because I'm not really doing anything. And my intent is not to do anything that don't line up with the will of God. And then I really would like to, get back to, and I'm really actively working on this, getting back to just embracing my creativity and relishing in it, because I used to do that a lot, and then I kind of let it go. And then when I started journaling again and drawing in my journal, and it just kind of opened me up to start doing some of the other stuff that I used to do that I had stopped doing. And that is where I am in my mind. And now share with y'all what I want to share. Now I'm gonna go get these school supplies and go on over here and Me and my friend is getting ready to get out in these streets, and them kids is gonna splash and do what they do. And that is all I got. And I'll talk to you all. I don't know why I'm smacking so much, but excuse the smacking. I don't even know where that was coming from, because as a rule, I don't normally do that. I don't even know. But anyway, y'all have a good day. Enjoy your life. Toodles.